Yo guys, so today's video is based on a question, and if you haven't already seen the question by the title of this video, that is, why do you think Gen Z is the least religious generation, and why has progressively over time generations become less and less religious? Now, off the bat, I'll just chuck out a couple of things that come to my mind straight away, and that's the education system, social media 100%, and the upbringing of children in Gen Z, and science 100%. Now, I'll go into a bit more detail, and I think we'll start off with social media. Social media. There's no beating around the bush. We know that social media has a lot of toxic content on there, a lot of content that can distract young children and teenagers, and content that perhaps is fake and not so true, and can make young people create fake realities. And that's not just religious based, it's just, in general. But there is a minority of people pushing their faith out on these platforms of TikTok, Instagram, whatever, you know. You just don't get much of it on there. You do get people that do push their faith, of course, and some people are quite big on there. But it just doesn't happen as often as, maybe an influencer posting about them going on holiday or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just not as common. It's and it doesn't go as viral, of course. And the things that become very receptive become viral and blow up, and that's what people see. And that's how social media is designed, of course, to just generate views and income and that kind of thing. It's not about teaching people about religion, you know what I mean? So there's that. And also the fact that people on these platforms tend to be quite young, early teens, some even younger than teens, you know what I mean? So you get crazy young, like 10-year-olds on social media nowadays and stuff like that just get influenced by the world so early. And it's crazy. But there's other things like the education system. Now, of course, the education system is for world skills, life skills, which I understand. You're there to learn your maths and your science and how to do some physical education, stay fit and healthy, and those kind of things, those important subjects that you need as building blocks, which I understand. And the fact that there is a little bit of religious education involved, but again, that age demographic, because of hormones racing and that kind of thing, they're probably not all that interested in religion at that time. They're just more interested about going home after school, not doing the homework, playing Call of Duty, or thinking about what they can say to their secondary school crush. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just not at the forefront of their priorities. Which again, I can understand. But that's another thing, and that's where, if the people that aren't brought up in religious families, that's where they can get introduced to faith, is in school. And they haven't really got many other places to get introduced to it, because unlike I want to say hundreds of years ago, when the queens and monarchs were very heavily, the Catholic Church had a big say in how the country, like England, for example, anyway, I don't know where you guys are based right now, but the Catholic Church was running the country, and kings and queens were involved with the church and that kind of thing, and so it wasn't indoctrinated and put on you from an early age and put on you throughout your life. But you know, nowadays, if you're not brought up in a religious family, you're probably not going to have many opportunities to look into religion, unless you're just interested in it yourself. And science is definitely a big one. Science, although there's a lot of true things that I agree with in science, there's a lot of fact. There's some differentiating views, of course, with science. And the fact that science doesn't come with commandments and laws and things you have to do to believe in it makes it easier for someone to believe in it, I guess, where that person might not want to change their life for a religion, like following some laws or not doing certain things that would be counted as a sin. It's an easier way of life and therefore an easier belief. And some people would just fall into that and be like, oh yeah, the scientists discovered this the other day, it must be true. And it's not to say that it's not true. I mean, they made great discoveries and they discovered a lot of true things and factual things, but I guess the ease of just believing in what the professionals say is a big part. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here and say or talk about why I think this generation is not so religious, and tends to believe in other things. There's a lot more atheists and things like that. But definitely let me know in the comments below what you think, if there's anything I missed, why you think that this generation is the least religious generation. And I will look at the comments as well to see what you guys have said, because this topic genuinely interests me. It genuinely does. I was pondering this the other day for quite a while. So yeah, 100%, if you got some things to say, put it in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless you. Oh, and quickly, I'm going to try and come up with an uploading schedule. I'm not too sure what it's going to be. I want to say maybe one video a week. But I'll keep you guys updated anyway. That being said, God bless you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.